What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Mars Anomalies channel. Guys, got another cool one for you. This is from the I.S.R.O, or the Indian Space Research Organization. As you guys know, if you've been following along, I think Will had just done a video on one of these pictures that the I.S.R.O have already put out. And this is it. I think he covered this one here, which this one here is phenomenal. I mean, if you guys are really into digging, get this picture. Just get the picture. I'll put the link to the site anyway if you don't already have it. But I'm more interested in these. Now, this one here was from Earth, and it was from 2013. But it gives you an idea. Just look at the detail that this thing can find. I mean, it's just it's amazing, you know. And it says it's 67,975 kilometers altitude. So pretty wild stuff. And this is from their Mars color camera from the MCC, or the MCC rather. I'm interested in these pictures here. This is pretty cool. Taken using the Mars color camera from an altitude of 8,449 kilometers. This image has a spatial resolution of 439 and is centered around, and it shows you latitude and longitudinal. You can download this. Pretty cool stuff. And here you go again. Here's another one of Mars as well. But guys, good news and bad news. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm kind of curious. Let's just backtrack just a hair. Here's one of the poorest countries in the world. But yet, guys, we got to get to Mars. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm way off base here, but I'm saying to myself, I believe, and I'm going to check more into this, but I believe it was NASA who outsourced jobs or had them do the work to put this this new M.O.M satellite that's now orbiting Mars. And I'm saying to myself, because it is cheaper for them to build it than it is anywhere here in the United States. I think that's the only hand India has in this. Because NASA wanted to have an extra eye, besides Maven, orbiting around Mars. So, you know, I'm just a little dumbfounded that these guys, like I said, it's one of the poorest countries out there. But yet, you know, hey, gotta hit Mars. Now, if they are legit, meaning, I mean, we already know they're working with NASA. Just to give you guys an idea. Now, this is nothing more than a little satellite that's going to be going around Earth, in 2020. And it's nothing more to put a satellite in space, which is going to be a dual L and S-band satellite, which is basically going to be measuring, and it says right here, it says its objectives are to measure solid Earth surface deformation, which means earthquakes, volcanic unrest, land, and all this other stuff. So, you know, glaciers, ice sheets, it's going to be doing all of that. But you can see they're already hand in hand. So, you know, I'm not saying they're not capable of doing it on their own, but it just seems a little odd that, you know, even though they can do it cheaper, still, how much money did it cost them? You know what I mean? So, and I'm not going to take anything away from these if these guys are truly doing it all on their own. But I got to say, guys, they're effing liars. They're just as bad as NASA. I'm going to show you something that's pretty cool. You're going to like this. Okay, I'm going to rotate this picture because it's easy to see. So I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Okay, and I do that for a reason, but I'm going to show you, these are the pictures I have lined up. Okay, right here, Mars, and of course, Mars. So this is the picture they have on their site, and you can see it here. And like I said, I just rotated it 90 degrees. Okay, the planet is just like ours. Here's the real picture, guys. Here's the real Mars. Thank you, India. Now, and people might say, well, you doctored it up. Let me show you exactly what I did to get this out. You're going to love this. Image, simple auto tone. Okay? Go back to image, go to your adjustments, and just go down to levels. That's it. You got your black, your white, and your grays. Simply move it to the right. It's that simple. I didn't color anything in. I didn't shade anything in. I didn't do anything to this picture other than just doing some brightness, and that's it. Here you go. It is just like Earth. And people don't realize that they're, you know, and that's the sad part. I applaud their efforts to try to get there and help us out and all this other crap, but they're liars. Just like NASA, just like the ESA, just like, I mean, China. I think even Italy has their hands in it. I'm not saying they're liars. I'm just saying they're actually in part of these space programs as well. I'm not going to say whether they're liars or not because they don't have a probe or anything out there. So it'd be one thing if they were saying, yeah, we've got our probe up there, and guess what? Yeah, this is Mars right here. It's not. And what I did was I took another picture of California, the Baja Peninsula, and you can see this is the real picture. And what I do is I just hazed it a little bit to kind of dull the pictures out. But look at the greens here in the lower right, here and almost in the center, and the browns and the darker browns and so on and so forth. See it right there? You can see the browns, everything mixed. Well, imagine that. It looks a lot like that. Look at all the greens, the browns, and there's greens over here, dark greens, and it's scattered all over the place. Now, when you look straight down, if you were in the satellite, looking straight down, you wouldn't see much of an atmosphere. But as you're looking this way, going towards the right and up, well, you're looking more of an, like, sideways into the atmosphere. Therefore, it looks more dense. And the other thing is, too, you can see it's got an atmosphere. Now, it may not have all the layers that Earth does. It doesn't matter. And here's the other thing. We don't know how deep or how far off the what do you call it, the surface we are here. We don't know. Even if we go back to this, see, it's just saying it's saying right there 8,449 kilometers. But, okay, let me show you something. When I did this, let me go back to this a minute. Let me just do this. I want to show you guys something. This is what happened when I squeezed this. There's a lot more going on in this picture, guys, than meets the eye. And I believe they're seeing an absolute devastated planet Mars. And I don't mean, like a rocky mountain's been broken apart or something. I'm talking about actual huge structures here. Okay, let me do this again. I want to show you guys something. Okay. Go to levels again. Now watch what happens when not only do I do this, but let's keep squeezing. Watch what happens. I'm going to bring it right about here. Check this out. There's something huge laying right here. Okay? And it has this area right here. And it has like a disc kind of thing sticking out. There's also another one right here. But look at this one right here. There's actually looks like some kind of square piece right here and something sticking out. I'm going to show you this a little bit clearer in a second. Right there's something, but there's all kinds of things in there. They're just I don't know what they are. I'm going to assume that they're structures, and we're just going to speculate, of course. But there's another thing I want to show you guys too over here. And I'll show you this one just real quick. I'm looking over here and I'm saying this is the actual picture. It looks more feasible. It just looks more natural, but even this is doctored up. But let me ask you guys a question. I'm looking at this here and I'm going, what the hell is that? Okay? Wow. I was just like, this makes no sense to me at all. Let's jump right into this. Now watch this. What the hell is that? And whatever this thing is, it's huge because you can see something faintly right here. Look at this. Going like this. Going around. Going like this. Something coming around like this. And there's another layer to it going. It's going around. And it has something going across to this area. Whatever this thing is, check this out. It has this round piece. Something round in the center. Has almost like this weird, I'm going to call them triangles, but they're rounded on, and they're going with the radius of the actual whole circle. But it goes straight here, and then rounded here. Same thing with this one on this side. Straight, and then rounded. And it has what looks like darker features on it. I'm saying, what the hell is that? So I did this, and I said, well, let me expand this a little bit more. Because, see this right here? This, whatever this is not a space. It's something going across, going over to here. There's something right here going over to this too. But there's something from this piece going over into here, like I said earlier. Now let's expand this whole area down to about here. See what happens. Because I'm looking at this here and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at 1, 2. What is all this mess? Okay. So now look at this thing. What the hell does that? And whatever these things are, again, they're saying how high this thing is. As far as, I don't know how high it is on this particular picture. But on the other one, and you just don't know just how big these things are. And this is supposed to be what? Like almost half the size of Earth. So we don't know what this stuff is. Picture like a very large complex here on Earth and then shove it on Mars. It's going to look really big because Mars is not that big to begin with. So it's going to look very, very big. Now, are they very super large? Who knows? I'm just noticed this right here on the right-hand side of this box. Look at this. Something right here going into here and branching off over to here. Look at this. Whatever this is on the ground here, whatever that is, look at this. Something coming over here and going into this over here. This has been manipulated as well, and that's the problem. But back way out, hell, I can see that. Looks like a giant zit right on, right on Mars. And that's not a crater. But what I did too is I wanted to show you guys something else, which I thought was insane. Well, it kind of looks like something here. was way at the bottom here. See this? Now let me rotate this for you guys. Okay. It looks like some kind of weird complex. Very large buildings or something. You see that? Let me just jump right out of it. See this? All this whole area right here. It looks like it's been cut out right there. Right here in this area. Straight down, over. And it has these weird, and there's something going across. There's something right there. You can see it very faintly going across over to here. Something coming over to here. Something going over to here. I mean, there's like lines and who knows what this stuff is. Look at this. Coming up and over. Is it some kind of giant tunnel? I don't know. I don't know what this is, but check this out. There's something going like this and these things coming out of it. So smooth it out a little bit. Now check this out. Coming out from whatever this is in the back. There's 1, 2. I can't make up these other spheres or just those right there, but they're coming down into this piece here. Look at the way this stuff runs. It's just going from the front to the back. I don't know what these are, but they look like small buildings. See this right here? Looks like it goes across in the middle section. Something sticking out of the ground. Something right here. Something sticking out. There's one shorter, one longer. Whatever this thing is, I don't know. Maybe it's just trick of the eye. That could very well be. But I just thought it was kind of odd because it's just... I mean, you guys can give me your take as always. You guys know that. But, yeah. Nevertheless, I mean, this here, even this other round piece here, just doesn't simply make any sense at all. We all know that. Come on. Look at this. Wow. Anyway, let me get back to the other picture here because there's some crazy things in here. But I wanted to show you guys the comparison, too, like I said, of the greens and the browns. And, you know, when you do this, look at this. It's everywhere. This is the cool part. At least it's showing this. But now, I don't know if you guys notice this, but check this out. This line going all the way up and then coming all the way back like a triangle. Almost reminds me of the Nazca lines. But now, watch what happens when you try to blur this. Just do a simple blur. Watch what happens. Now it's going to do it. It didn't do it last time. It wouldn't even allow me to do it. But anyway, you'll see this right here. And because I'm going to put this in black and white and try to get rid of all this color so we don't have anything hiding. But again, we've got this weird line going all the way up, goes to a point, and then comes all the way back. Again, like a Nazca line. But there's something sticking up right here. And it looks like it's all bent to hell, like it was standing way up in the air. Almost, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of this hockey goalpost kind of netting. See this right here? It goes up. It literally comes off the ground, goes like this, and it looks like it's all bent right here. It looks like it's just huge, whatever is sticking out of the sky. Or into the sky, I should say. All right, let's go black and white here. And I'm going to darken this up. Okay. Look at this right here. Look at the way this thing comes off. Now, when you know, just look at the whole size of this thing. It's like kind of roundish. And you go, well, yeah, well, I'm not seeing anything. Well, how about this? Let me see if I can do this again. All right, check this panels out. Check this. It comes out, goes straight down, goes like this, goes up, it has a corner to it. Check this one out. Comes down, has this round piece, goes like this, and goes back up. This is natural rock? I don't know, guys. And look at this right here. There's all these weird... I'm going to use the term framing because I don't know what this is. But check this out. Like these... It looks like structures. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it. Let me just kind of turn this just a little bit here. Okay. But if you look around, look at this like right here. There's something right here. I don't know what this whole white thing is, but it's coming off this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like spherical things. And then it comes and has these fingers that come off this. See this? It goes off in like into a Y shape, kind of separates, and then ends up over here. These things way in the very lower left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7 things right there. Everywhere you look at this. There's something right here that kind of has this curvature. See right there? What this stuff is, and it goes back. There's all these little things. I don't even know what this is. There's something right there, and I can't figure what the hell that is. It appears to have some kind of weird framing to it. Comes up, goes across. See this? Down, comes up, has this rounded area, comes over, comes back down, and drops right here. There's like some kind of weird framing. Looks like there's some kind of disc that's hiding right here, like underneath this surface. I think, now watch this. This part right here, this kind of blew my mind. People have been saying, I've been hearing this people saying this, perhaps they went underground after this catastrophe. Or, my theory is, maybe they've been both all along. Now, when you look at this, it looks like a weird tower. And the reason why I say that is because you can see this round, But look at the hourglass shape. Like it comes up out of the ground to the surface. Now watch. See this? You can see these 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 smaller ones, and then 2 other looks like rounded pieces or something. I can't make out what they are. But there's 2 other lines going from here, here. I'm going to darken it up a little. See, there's like something large right there. But look at the way this thing comes off, up, across, down. There's just some crazy things in this picture. And it's all over the place. Just look around. Look at this. Almost near the bottom here. Look at this. Branching off. Coming here. Going off this way. Just all these kind of crazy things. And here's that thing what I was telling you about. On the top, look at this. Almost like it has this giant square roof, so to speak. And it has this, very faintly, you can see what looks like a tube. You can see how it's this wide. Goes down, goes below this, whatever this is sticking out of this. See this right here? Sticking out. Looks like it has this almost like an oval nose or end to it. Goes across and goes down into this. But it has this tube. It looks like it goes up and under this to the other side. I don't know what that is. I'd love to know what this is because check this out. Again, this panel looks like it goes like this, comes down, goes kind of straight, goes around, and then back up. And you can see it keeps going. This one comes down, goes like this, and up and over. It has like a disc here. Go to this one way over here. It has this up and around thing going on. Has a separation, goes down, and it almost looks like there's another disc. Oh my God, this thing is crazy. And I think they're seeing this stuff, and they're just not saying a word. They're just like, Here's that triangle thing that looks like almost like one of those runways from the NASCAR line. See it going like this? Very faint on this side, but you can see it goes to a point, comes back over down to here. Yeah, I mean, if you guys can figure this out or you're seeing something I can't, check that out. I mean, just let me know in the bottom here because look at this. Here's that thing again sticking up. It has a shadow to it. It's like darker inside here. And it looks like it's bent, like it's been damaged. Just I don't know. And these things would have to be humongous. Well, when I say humongous, again, if Mars is in fact half our size, half the size of Earth, or roughly around there, then if you were to take a very large complex, let's say Area 51, how long would it? How long or how large would it look like on Mars? Look pretty darn big. So. Look at this right here. Like you can see them, they're bright, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it looks like it continues on, but they're darker. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So it looks like there's 10 of these things going like this here. There's something sticking out over here. I mean, look at this. It looks like it goes across and then down. It goes like this, up, goes across. There's complexes or something on here. Look at this. Goes across, has this angular 90-degree angle pipes or something coming off this. Whatever's laying here is huge. And I think it's both above as well as below the ground. Like I said, on the left-hand side, it looks like that weird, funky kind of tower, but it has this hourglass shape to it coming up and down. And I'm going to throw some filter in here to help you guys see this too. Like I said, I'd be curious about your take on this too, guys, because this to me is just wow. They're up there looking for the something up there. There's no doubt in my mind. As far as, them just looking for simple life in the rocks and small, living life form. No. They know it's up here. They're up there for that reason. Look at this. Here's that square thing I was showing you earlier. It looks like it kind of goes like this, slants down this way, comes down, has a corner, goes across, and there's something above it. There's something built up. And look at this thing. I just noticed this now. 1, 2, 3. Has these bracketings or whatever these are. Now, I'm not sure if this is... It can't be stitched together. It's got to be one big picture. But you can see the way these lines are coming down this way. So you go, okay. But this still looks like a frame of something. And you can see like right here. Another dome, like stretched out dome. And there's things... I don't know. You guys tell me. I mean... It's hard to tell what this is. If this is all just running across... Because look at this. It looks like you can see faint lines of things just running across and down and frames and all kinds of crazy stuff. This right over here, like I said, these weird pipings or... whatever it is, it's intelligently made. It doesn't look like giant boulders because they'd have to be really large. And like I said, you can see things right here just to like fade it out looking like tube kind of thing going from this all the way back around here. This is protruding out of in between these bars or tubing. Looks like there's something right here. Looks like a frame of... I don't know. I can't figure it out. I'm just dumbfounded by looking at this. I'm going, what the hell? And to me, it looks like they're both underground and above. There's something right here, too. I just noticed this. There's something going across whatever this is right here. There's something like this real thin lines, like they're almost a full circle. And there's some kind of weird grayish. Let me see if I can bring that out. Maybe by different tones. You can see something like a frame of something right there. See that? And whatever it is, it looks like it's on a square area. Look at that. Right there. It's white. Got a white base area to it. And it looks like it's almost it looks like almost octagon shaped or hexagon shaped. Comes down, goes across, goes up, back, and has what looks like little separate. I don't know what the hell that is either. I mean, the more you look at this picture, the more you just start seeing things pop out. Now, it may be, some of it may very well be just nothing more than eyes being tricked or whatever, but come on. And you wonder why this looks very smooth. No. This is the actual picture of Mars. This is the real deal right here. And I think this is just awesome. There was something else. Oh, there it is. I wanted to show you guys this too. If this is nothing more than simple ground, tell me why this looks like it's here. Check this out. Right here. Goes up, stops right here, goes back over here. See it? And then whatever it is, takes a turn, it goes into this darker area. See that? There's something that goes across, goes up and over. And you can see what it continues on. It comes out of here. Has a slant, goes to a point almost. Well, it actually does go to a point. It goes like this. Little finger type thing sticking out, going all the way back into this. You can see there's lines of something being made here. Or intentionally and intelligently made. There's something here more than meets the eye. That's all there is to it. What this stuff is, I just don't know. I wish I did. Actually, this thing, you can just look at the way this thing looks. It looks like it goes off to this, too. I don't even know what this is. But when you stop and look at, like, it looks like the squares, rounded corners, like this right here. When you look at that, you just go, is this really rocks? Look at that. So there's more here than what they're saying, guys. There's something a lot more in this picture than meets the eye. And like I said, some of this may be just trick of the eye, and I'm okay with that. But some of this you just can't dismiss that easy. Look at it, like that weird disc thing. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure that out. And like I said, you could just see another fainted one right here. And if you notice, there's a split here in between. But there's one here too. And this is off to this side. I don't know. What is it? You guys tell me. But anyway, the whole thing for me, and I was super excited about it, was this here. Here's the real deal, guys. They just confirmed it for us. This is 90 degree right here. Well, not quite. That's 90 right there. And there it is. And like I said, it's not really that far-fetched, guys. When you really look at the way the colors here on Earth, now, they say there was no water. There's no water on Mars. What would happen if you were to take all the water off planet Earth? What would happen? You see nothing but landmass. I think that's just common sense. Well, there may be a lot deeper valleys here than what they're showing us, and that's where their water fell. Who knows? How do we know some of this over here isn't water? I don't know. I'm going to just say it's atmosphere because you can actually see the layer of atmosphere in the back here and just above. And again, if you're looking straight down, you're not going to see much of an atmosphere, but the more you turn to the right, well, you're going to be looking more into, the atmosphere itself, so therefore it looks more dense. But give me your take on this, guys. I mean, and this too, because I'd love to know what the hell that is sitting right there. And like I said, I tried to pull this apart, and it just looks like, it's just crazy. This is crazy. And of course, the other one here. Do that. Let's just rotate this. A lot of this pitch has been really manipulated as well, guys. We all know that. This area right here. I don't know. Don't know what to make of that. Some things just look a little too, like I said, when you get these things running from front to back, coming over to here, and it's like two rounded pieces or some kind of features here. It doesn't look like just simple rock formations to me, guys. It just, maybe it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. That could be. But the fact that, first of all, this planet is not simply red, and the fact that these things are on this planet, somebody's lying. I think we all know who that is. I think it's every space agency in the planet is just lying to us. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to make this too long. I didn't really want to make it too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go for now. You guys give me your take. I'm definitely going to throw some pictures up on Google Earth. I'm sorry, I'm thinking Google Earth now. Google Plus. Because I was actually going to use Google Plus for one of my videos coming up. Got it written down right here. Anyway, guys, give me your take. As always, love to hear what you guys think. Share the videos. Just get these things out. Throw some thumbs up. You know, give me some love here. Check out the other team members. Just go to my homepage. Look at the bottom. Those are the channels I support. These guys are doing their own work, getting and bringing out these anomalies in their own way. Check them out. People who already been my subscribers for a long time already know who they are, but all the newcomers, check it out. Anyway, guys, gonna let you go. Got another one coming up for you. Another cool one. So stick with me, and we'll see you next pick.